Okay, hello everybody. Everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. This is Ryan Lanier. My business is Organizing for Good, and I am in Austin, Texas. And one of my passions is sharing the mission and amazing work going on by the smaller nonprofits around Central Texas. And today is no exception. We're having a revisit with Christina Colasso of Todos Juntos Learning Center. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Such a treat to get to revisit with you. Yesterday we recorded our first nonprofit shout out interview volunteer edition, and we heard from an amazing volunteer, Jeanette, from all the amazing reasons she loves volunteering for Todos Juntos. So definitely make sure you check out that interview when it comes out. So, well, I am just going to jump right in. Please just tell us what Todos Juntos is, a little bit about how you started it, and, just give us all the deets.
Yeah, so Todos Juntos is a dual generation learning center. It means we work with parents and children together from the same family at the same time. We do that through 4 core components and in partnership with over 35 local organizations. We have been in existence since 2009. We've always been a dual generation learning center, but we are constantly evolving. And so the 4 core components that are critical to the success of the work that we do is our adult programming, our early childhood ed programming, our family focused programming, and our health focused programming. And I actually think the last time we talked, we hadn't officially kicked off our 4th component yet. And so that's called Saludables Juntos. And it's born out of necessity. But we'd always done some health focused work, but the pandemic just kind of pushed us to do it much more formally.
Yeah. Fantastic. And a little bit about how you started it.
Yes. So we were founded in 2009. Part of it was prompted by my previous nonprofit experience of working with older students who hadn't participated in programs like this, and also maybe hadn't grown up with their parents establishing that foundation for educational success. Part of it was informed by my own lived experience. And then the rest was due to the need for a place where parents and children could go together to learn English together and just develop other areas of development that were important to them. And so we've always partnered with churches. We've always been housed in a church because churches have empty buildings during the week. And so when we first started, we knew we wanted to focus on parents and kids. We knew we wanted to do English, and we did a program called Mommy and Me. So once a week, the parents and the kids would come together and learn together. That has since evolved. Families are with us 4 days a week, 12 hours a week, on average for 2 years, learning English that's taught by professionally trained instructors, while mom is learning English by a professionally trained instructor from Austin Community College in one part of the building. Right down the hall and around the corner, their little one is learning English, getting ready for school. And there was just such a demand for that when we opened. I remember our first registration in August of 2009. The line was out the door. Word of mouth really helped kind of launch that. We started with 2 adult classes that year and 2 kids classes. Within 2 years, we had 8 adult classes, and it just grew and evolved. And there's learning English is so critical to integrating into the community, to navigating fragmented social services system, and just doing all sorts of things. It really can be a barrier, but another barrier to learning English is childcare. And so we knew our families, especially the mothers, especially those in single income households, needed childcare, but not just childcare. We wanted it to be quality, high quality early childhood ed to give their children the most meaningful learning opportunity to help them prepare for school, develop their English language vocabulary, but also develop and grow their native language vocabulary. That's super important to us. We really want to help integrate, but also preserve and nurture their culture and their language.
I love it when, number one, I love it when you said, there was such a need. Like you hit the nail on the head of something that was so needed. And I love how you were listening and then adding things as needed, which, is not easy coming from a nonprofit arena, right? You're having to do so much heavy lifting. But wow, just the importance of what you're doing. That is
Well,
absolutely.
thank you. That's actually really important to us. We really prioritize and value lived experiences and really invite our students to join us in informing the work that we do and the future of that work.
Mhm, mhm. So let's talk about the struggles we've all been facing continually. So I think the last time we spoke, we heard all about how you made it through 2020, but since then, the ongoing, tell us about how you're managing through the continued inconsistencies with COVID.
Gosh, oh my gosh. I mean, like everyone else, we're just rolling with it, taking it day by day, really creating, offering up to our staff and volunteers and students and also to ourselves a lot of grace and being very transparent. Yeah, we made it through 2020. We made it through 2021. We returned to in-person learning in fall 2021 after a year of virtual. And we returned to in-person learning at stage 5 last September, which was just crazy. But we were ready for it, and so were our students, more than anything. And so we continued doing, I don't know when we last spoke if we were doing a lot of vaccine work yet. I know we're doing a lot of COVID education, but we started vaccine work in April of last year, where we had started prepping families with information before that, but doing vaccine clinics on site started, I think, in April or May, and then continuously doing those. We created a cohort of parent vaccine ambassadors to help inform and encourage the greater community and their own personal networks. We have, we launched this new program, Todos Juntos, which took a lot of the work that we did in COVID and pre-COVID that was health focused, including basic needs support, technology, because we do believe that those things are very much connected. And so came back in person at the height of COVID again. We created policies and how we were going to navigate that. Like everyone else, it was trial and error. One of the things, one of the things that was really important for me to share with my team was like, this is the plan today. This plan could easily change tomorrow, and things are constantly changing. And so just asking them for grace and not having the answers, and finding comfort in the fact that no one has the answers. Everyone is navigating this for the first time. And so did in person successfully. We were able to, as the stages went down, we were able to also relax a little on these policies, which was great because we were having to send families for testing, like first symptom, there was testing, and testing was hard. And also it's like discouraging to be sent home. And we were being as creative and as thoughtful and as careful as possible, but loved when we had a little freedom. And then January rolled around and got another surge.
Got fun again.
Even worse this time, I think, because of how contagious this variant has been. But continue to do that COVID work. What happened in January, which I'm sure you're familiar with, is the shortage of testing. So now trying to increase safety measures again, but you don't have testing. And so really working strategically with our partners, with Backs Together Austin, with African American Youth Harvest Foundation, to get tests on site and equip our families with testing and then we delayed the start of our spring semester. All of those things, I think, helped us successfully return to in-person in late January. And so we are in person, still navigating, still wearing masks, still doing vaccine clinics, but we're doing a lot of vaccine education, especially as we prepare and anticipate the vaccine for kiddos under 5. Right. And so really equipping our families with fact-based information so that they can make the most informed decision for their kids. So anyway, sorry, that was the longest way to answer your question of how are we doing this?
Great.
We are being creative, we are being thoughtful, we're being collaborative, and inviting our families to join us in that as we continue to navigate this thing. And like I said, just kind of, changes daily and just doing what we can.
Right. I mean, juntos, that's the word, is
Yeah.
constantly
Yep.
coming together. And I love the education piece. I think that what you're doing, I think a lot of what's going on in our country is a lack of knowledge, actual knowledge of what's going on, and hearsay. And the fact that you guys are putting out, like really taking measures to get out the right information to a community that might not necessarily have the best access to the information.
Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, yesterday, all this week, we've had a health educator here from one of our partners, El Buen Samaritano, providing, providing content and answering questions. And I got to step in for a little bit and loved the questions I was hearing, and just their ability to answer those concerns and questions of our families, because then the hope is that those families will then in turn share that information with the greater community. And so and we're going to be doing I think it has been so last summer we did PSAs in Arabic, Burmese, Spanish, and English around COVID PSAs, and we are getting ready to do some more of that, but for the pediatric version. So be sure to share that once it's ready.
Absolutely. We have to take, fear is just the first thing is we're all afraid, right?
Yeah.
But with education, we can maybe temper our fear with facts.
Yeah. And, we've all had to also scale back operations in terms of what we can do in person. We've broken down classes. So we have cohorts now and extended days, but it's a lot. I mean, it's stretching a sector that was already stretched.
Yes.
in a very, unsustainable way.
Yes. Yes. Well, great segue to support.
Yeah.
I want this platform right here for you to just say literally any ways that you would welcome support from community, all of them.
Yeah. So I'd say the easiest way to support our organization is to just tell people about us. The easiest way is to share our content. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We might be on Twitter and TikTok. I honestly can't even keep track of all of it now.
Wherever they are.
Wherever we are, follow us, and then share information with your communities about us. That is the easiest and such an effective way to support us. The more people know about us, the more good we can do collectively in the community. I'd also say get involved in a way that's meaningful to you, whether it's volunteering on site, volunteering remotely, if it's board service you're interested, or maybe you just want to help with an event, or maybe you just want to come and do a family day when we're doing something, you just want to, help with that. Or if you want to do a drive, like for example, for April, we need bunnies. We want bunnies for all of our kiddos, not real ones, stuffed bunnies.
Okay.
Please do not bring real bunnies to our door.
You had me there for a second. Okay. Stuffed bunnies.
So stuffed bunnies. We would love some stuffed bunnies for our kiddos. And, that's something that tangible that somebody can go out. If you happen to be at Target or wherever, Walgreens, and you just see a bunny and, drop it off.
Would a teddy bear be okay, or does it have to be a bunny?
I mean, I think a teddy bear is fine. We just want to be able to give our kiddos. So every month we do a family day. So we do Mi Familia and Me. It's our family focused programming. And so we once a month, it used to be weekly that we were always together in person, but because of COVID, we're doing part virtual, part in person. But once a month, we always have a really big outdoor family focused celebration. And so April is our annual family picnic and egg hunt. So we'd love to give all the kiddos a basket with some sort of stuff, plush inside of it.
Yes, excellent.
And then the last thing I would say for getting involved is to make a gift if you're so inclined. Those unrestricted funds make a world of difference when we can, do the things that we need to do, whether it's buy more masks, buy sanitizer, buy some more COVID tests if we can't find them for free. Just really buying books for the kids, snacks, really anything, or whatever's on our teachers' wish list, being able to use that for our teachers. So.
So all of this information for sure on Todos Juntos Learning Center.org, or no, it's TJLC. right?
todosjuntoslc.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I gotta do my homework.
That's okay. And also on social media, find us on Facebook under Todos Juntos Learning Center.
Yes. Yes. What you have some specific things going on right now coming up.
So most immediate is Power of Language. We are having our annual fundraiser next Thursday. It is a virtual event, but it's super fun and engaging. I know we're all tired of virtual, but we really try to make these as meaningful and as engaging as possible. We're going to have a salsa demo by one of our students making her family recipe. The kiddos will be demonstrating some stuff. We'll have speakers and honorees. We're having our MC is Stephanie Vergara from Bidi Bidi Banda. There will be some music from them. And so it's just going to be a really fun night. So that's one way to get involved. We have delicious tamales and all sorts of fun stuff in the party bags. We also have Amplify Austin that's coming up.
Yes. March
I love-
2nd.
Yes, March 2nd. And if, that's a great way, even if you can't make a gift, if you can, any amount is welcome because it really does add up. Every 5, every 10, every 20, it adds up.
Yes.
But if you can't make a gift, just sharing our Amplify
Yes.
Austin page with your networks or
Yes.
sharing our social media posts makes a world of difference. And then the last thing, and this isn't a fundraiser, but it's a really good opportunity, is we have a tour. And I think we're going to resume an in-person tour in April. And so it's an annual tour. It's called our Cafe Tour and Breakfast, Café con Todos Juntos. You come have coffee and tamales with us. And then we'll go do a tour of the center. And it's about 45 minutes. It's just short and sweet and to the point. A really great opportunity to see the work in action.
There's something really powerful about tours. I have toured Settlement Home for Children. I've toured Goodwill and a couple of places. I toured also their education center, and that's just really incredible way to get connected.
Yeah.
And just feel like, I think people, when they can really feel connected, it really speaks to them. It really
And to
speaks
see
to
the
them.
joy that they're helping us create by providing an incredible learning environment for mothers and children together. I think it's really impactful to see.
Definitely. I want to highlight the dual generation model, similar to Jeremiah program, where they say when you educate a mother, you're educating a group, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it should be a given,
Yes.
and I extremely love hearing that dual generation model, because that's just starting the ripple effect. I love the term
100%. Yeah.
And that is definitely right there in action. So is there anything I haven't asked you about yet?
Well, I just want to follow up to what you just said. I completely agree with you. And one of the things that we often say, school readiness is so important to all of us for the kids in this community, in our community, our entire, Central Texas community. But if you think about, I think about my own kiddos, I think of the children of my friends, one of the most important pieces to school readiness is having a caregiver in your life who can support you and help you navigate those systems and advocate on your behalf. And that's what we're doing. We're not just teaching parents English. We are equipping them with knowledge and resources and connection to be able to do that with and for their children, because then, and my belief is that then that's when we really achieve school readiness. And so that is really a lot of the work that we do. And so the only other thing I would say is we have an amazing, we have so many amazing opportunities for volunteerism. So if you're interested in any of that, get in touch with us. We have board leadership, one-on-one readers, which is so important to building vocabulary and language and fostering healthy relationships. We have classroom helpers. There's always other things like development work, event planning, vision planning. This is really, it's exciting. It's a little terrifying, but it's one of the most exciting times in the life cycle of this organization and in my experience as the leader of this organization, because we're really planning for what's next. Yes. We're very clear on what our families need, and we're very clear on who we are. And so we're really in this stage of planning for the future. And so it's just an incredibly exciting time to get involved with us.
I got chills. Yeah. Wow. Well said. Well said. Yes.
Well,
Thank you for everything that you do. I know that it's both gratifying and so difficult at the same time. And thank you for, starting this organization
No,
and figuring out how to keep it going and thriving
no,
and thriving.
thank
I
you.
very, very much hope all of your things coming up are extremely successful.
Thank
Amplify Austin. I think the best message that you shared, and for any of the nonprofits that you come across, sharing, like, people just don't know, right? People
Yep.
don't know.
Mhm.
And if you can get the word out, that starts a good path. So anyway,
Yeah,
thank
there's
you.
so many great nonprofits. Find something that matters to you, whatever the cause is.
Yes,
We're all, just looking to build our presence in Central Texas. So
absolutely. And
thank you.
help-
Thank you
help.
for the opportunity.
It was so great to get to talk to you again and hear the continued development. And it sounds like you guys are definitely headed in the right direction.
Thank
The
you.
world willing. But yes, thanks for everybody that watched today. Feel free to browse the interview from last year. Might be interesting to, watch those two in consecutive watchings to see, just take a little Wayback Machine and go, we want to tell you. No, but anyway, thanks everybody for watching the Nonprofit Shout Out interview. We are spending this whole month supporting Todos Juntos Learning Center. They've so much going on that we need the entire month to support them. And I really look forward to you guys seeing the interview with Jeanette, our volunteer extraordinaire, and just lift them up, share all the things you can, and support where you can and where it works for you. So thanks everybody for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.
Thank you.